I was inspired this morning by my friends Angie and Ryan over at Happy Healthy Vegan. They did a video about why they choose to eat cooked food and what inspires them to do so and how they feel while they're doing it. So I thought, perfect opportunity for me to do a video about why I eat fully raw and the benefits that I think you can get from eating fully raw and my personal reasons. So first, I want to show you guys this amazing smoothie I made this morning. This is 5 bananas, perfectly spotty bananas, some orange oil or orange extract, vanilla powder, and dates. And this is, you know, a lot of people ask why you have to eat so many calories on a raw food diet. I don't see it as a have to. I see it as a, I get to eat 3,000 calories a day. Fuck yeah, like that, to me, it's one of the amazing benefits. And I love this smoothie. The reason I don't post many pictures about my food is because I eat the same smoothie. And I've eaten it every day, sometimes 2 or 3 times a day for like months now. Because once I find something I like, I really latch onto it. So, okay, I'm going to keep this actually. So now for the story. This is a story about when I first came to the high carb raw vegan lifestyle. I'd struggled for a couple years and I'd always crave these things that I knew I didn't want to eat, but it was because I wasn't getting enough calories. Then I found 80-10-10 and hardly and freely and 30 bananas a day. And I felt incredible. For the first week, I ate 100% raw, 100% high carb raw. I sat down, I was at a friend's place, I had a plate of 10 mangoes, and I was just blown away. I was like, I can't believe I'm eating this food, I can't believe I can eat 10 mangoes, and I was so excited. And I still have that excitement now about the food I eat, and I was blown away. I just felt so good and so light and so vibrant and energetic. And I was a month into 80-10-10 when my partner and I decided to go volunteer for Sea Shepherd down in the Galapagos. And it was my first time traveling with this kind of diet, this kind of lifestyle. So I didn't know a lot of the things I know now. And I will do a video for you guys about how to travel and what to bring if you are eating 100% raw, because there are a few tweaks that can make a difference. And I didn't really know, so we went down to Ecuador and I just assumed, well, there's lots of fruit down there. And I couldn't find it though. I didn't know where the markets were. I didn't know how much to eat, how much to carry, how to carry it. I didn't know to bring dates with me because I assumed you could find them in a supermarket, but I couldn't. And I was so hungry because I didn't have enough calories. And so one night we went out to a restaurant because there's lots of little restaurants in the Galapagos. And I was able to get a gluten-free pizza that was just plain crust, like rice crust, with some chopped tomatoes and chopped veggies. There was no salt, there was no oil, there was no dairy products, it was totally vegan. And I didn't really want to eat it, but I was like, well, this is my backup plan, this is what I have to do because there's no other food around. And I will never forget the 3 days that followed that experience. My partner ate the same pizza, he was fine, he was used to eating cooked foods. I had been 80-10-10 for only 1 month. That night, I started to feel a bit wonky. After about 30 minutes after eating it, I went, oh man, I shouldn't have eaten it. I knew I was full. I was finally satiated food-wise, but I went back to the hotel with Ryan, and that whole night I spent vomiting my guts up. And for the next 2 days after that, vomiting, diarrhea, I had hives break out on my skin. My cystic acne came right back with a vengeance, and I was in so much pain. I had to lay on the bed on my back, but I had cystic pimples all over my back, and I felt like I had food poisoning. Actually, the only time in my life that I felt as bad as that was when I had alcohol poisoning when I was 16 after a rough night out. But I knew at that point that I had to make a commitment to myself. And that was I going to stand for any lower level of health, any less optimal level of health for myself? Because you got to remember, I was on antibiotics for 7 years. I screwed up my system with a lot of bad food, a lot of binging, a lot of restricting, all that kind of stuff. And I made myself sensitive because of my past. And I knew that when I found 80-10-10, that was the reason I found food freedom and health freedom, because I felt so amazing. But then that reality check happened to me. And I thought, you know what? Cooked foods may work for some people, but they do not work for me. I made a recommitment to raw foods. I found a market. I stocked up on all the fruit I could. And from that point on, here I am, 4 years later, and I feel incredible. So I tell you that story not to scare you off from cooked foods, because there are many people who can thrive on a cooked food diet, or one that just has a lot of cooked food. But equally, there are a lot of people that will only thrive on raw. You have to decide what works for you. I can't decide that for you. But I've realized that no matter how much I try to even promote high carb cooked as a backup plan or as a lifestyle, I can't, because I don't believe in it. What I believe in is the power of raw foods. What I believe in is being able to wake up and have this incredible smoothie and have 5 of them throughout the day if you really want to. And you know, it's taken me some time to come to terms with how much I love raw food and how much I believe in it. Because for a while there I thought, is it wrong to promote raw foods? Is it wrong to feel so good and want everyone else to feel so good too? You know, when people started to eat high carb cooked, and I started to see some of my friends and leaders in this movement eat high carb cooked, I wondered for a second. I wondered, well, is it really that great? And I had to try it for myself. So I had some cooked Brussels sprouts and cooked corn, and I thought, yeah, they're okay. There's nothing like inherently wrong with them. They made my acne come back, made me a little bloated, have some water retention, but they didn't make me feel mind-blowingly healthy. Someone said to me the other day, well, I would eat raw, but it totally ruins my social life. Well, personally, I hang out with a lot of vegans, a lot of non-vegans, a lot of people who are spiritual, and a lot of people who just blatantly don't give a shit about a plant-based diet or animals at all. And I find that my diet doesn't even come into the picture. They know I eat the way I eat, and they know I feel the way I feel, and they know that I stand up for animal rights, and that I stand up for the lifestyle that I live. And if anyone ever talks to me about it, then usually they're respectful of it, and they're questioning me, they're curious about my lifestyle. If anyone ever judges me for it, I call them out, because I don't take shit and I'm not willing to. And maybe it just takes developing a bit of a backbone in that sense, so that you aren't feeling like you have to conform to everybody around you just because they eat a certain way or live a certain way. So that's my feelings on it. If you have a raw food transformation story about how it makes you feel incredible, please post them in the comments below, because I love to hear other incredible stories about how people have changed their life with raw foods. If you guys like this video, share it with your friends and family or on social media, and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys next time.